First contact with an alien civilization. The Kreth vessel appears. The translation suite processes their message. Commander Nwosu reads it carefully. The message explains that the Kreth are advanced, that they've been observing the station, that a formal determination will follow in 48 hours. And then, at the end, almost as an afterthought, we ask that you inform your station's warrant officer Shin that the novel he is reading ends in a way he will find unsatisfying. An alien civilization, making first contact with humanity at a remote research station, used part of their opening transmission to spoil a book, because an assessor had been watching warrant officer Shin read for 11 months, and had developed, over those 11 months, what it described as a personal investment in his reading experience. The xenolinguist on the station read this and said, "That's a social behavior. It's not a threat display. It's an assessor that has been watching a human being read a book and has developed enough investment in that human being's experience to intervene." The assessor, it turned out, had also been reading Shin's margin annotations through hull sensor imaging for 11 months, and it didn't agree with his take on a secondary character in Chapter 14. It transmitted this opinion in the same message where the Kreth Conclave delivered its formal assessment of humanity, because, apparently, both things were of equal importance. But here's what the xenolinguist understood. What makes this more than a strange, funny detail? The assessor had crossed a threshold. It had gone from professional observation to something that functioned like concern. It cared whether Shin reached the end of the book prepared or unprepared. It cared about his experience. The Kreth were a species whose primary sense gave them direct electromagnetic access to what was real and present. They perceived the living world immediately, unambiguously, in real time. They had never had to develop a methodology for loss, for absence, for things that were there and then weren't. And one of them had spent 11 months watching a human read a book, watching him annotate the margins, invest in the characters, approach an ending that would disappoint him, and had understood, in the way you understand something when you feel it rather than analyze it, that caring about an outcome means something when the outcome can hurt. The spoiler was the assessor's first act of grief. It just didn't know that yet.